Hi, everybody. Here I are. I'm not lost in the woods anywhere. Um, Thank you all for being concerned, but really nothing to be concerned about. I'm doing well. Um, what what I'm doing right now is like I've told a lot of you that I'm going to have a sale, um, and I'm hoping to have the sale. Let's see, what's today? Today is the 4th, so I'm hoping to have it. Hmm, I don't know. Maybe it won't be ready until the end of the month or the beginning of September. What if I do September? September, oh my gosh, Labor Day is almost here, or Grandparents' Day. Okay, yeah, I won't say a date for sure right yet because I'm not sure. But hopefully it won't be too long away. But because what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some things together. I have these little quart size Ziploc bags. One of the things I'm getting together is our our little packages of, I'm going to call it linens and lace. And so there'll be pieces of lace, pieces of linen of different sorts, little appliques. None of them will be exactly the same. And God, this I've had ever since my store. And so they're like just little appliques or little lacy kind of things that will be so pretty in slow stitching. And so what I want to do is, like, this is pretty, see? If I put that in there, if I have stuff like this and little scraps of lace like this, and there'll be sizes for, like I say, like for slow stitching. And here, oh, see, now this piece I would, isn't that pretty? Right there, too. That's real pretty. And so I'm gonna be working on getting these things together. And I'm doing this sale for my daughter to raise funds for her chemotherapy. And and I want to get packages together that will that I would like to have myself, and that it says some of these things are things that I bought already from other people's sales. And but look how pretty that one is. So I could cut that one into sections. But let me tell you about where Jennifer's at right now. She's my girl. Jennifer's my daughter with the ovarian cancer. And got me a shirt. It says, I wear teal for my daughter, ovarian cancer awareness. My girl. That's my girl. And I just pray hard that she gets through this. But she just got out of the hospital. She's just spent another 5 days in the hospital. It's sort of connected with the cancer, but not really. And what it is she's got an abscess in her tummy where they took out the tumor. I don't know the real details. They took that tumor out, and now it built an abscess of some sort. And it's infected. But she also has, when they did the surgery like 3 or 4 months ago, whenever they originally did that tumor surgery, they also, because she had a surgery 3 years before that with for another tumor, but it grew back, whatever. But she was troubled with hernias. So they put in a mesh to uh, hold back the hernias. And and now her body doesn't want to accept, it's rejecting the mesh. So what has what is happening is there's a buildup of fluid in her tummy, and which when she first had the surgery 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever it was, when they took out the second tumor, um, they left her come home with a drainage bag. Well, then a couple weeks later, they took off the drainage bag, and they said, "Well, just watch it." Well, when she went in the hospital the beginning of the week, they drained her tummy, which, okay, honey, which, all right, which was about 3.5, it was 810 milliliters of liquid that they took out of her tummy, which in cups and saucers, not saucers, in cups, it's about 3.5 cups of liquid that they took out. And now she's got a more permanent, for the time being, bag that she is going to have to, as long as that keeps up with this draining problem, she's got to wear that bag. So, but yeah, she's home now. Well, I didn't want to even let her go now, but she had to go because she felt, it's been like 6 months ago or so that she scheduled an outing for herself and her son, because Jeffrey is real into comic books and comic characters and stuff, and they have this thing called a Comic Con once a year, and so he's gone to the Comic Con now 3 years, and now this is the fourth year. They went yesterday, and so they went yesterday again, and yes, so she had told him, doctors, she goes, I have to be out of here, because she felt better, she felt good, but she says, I do have to be out of here so I can take my son to his comic book thing. And so they finally found an antibiotic that seemed to work, because they were doing cultures on this fluid so that they could see what would work in trying to what antibiotic would work for that problem, because whatever, there was some kind of a rare something. I don't understand that. When they put that rare up there, that's like weird as ever. But anyhow, so yeah, they let her out. She got out Friday night so she could leave on Saturday to take Jeffrey and his friend to the Comic Con. So I haven't talked to her yet today, but hopefully she's getting rest, because I'm sure she needs the rest. Boy, I've got some really nice stuff as I dig into my stash here. I'm going to be able to make some really pretty bags. And I'm going to just call them um, linens and lace for slow stitching. Linens and lace for slow stitching is what these little packages will be. And so, and I've got, like I say, there'll be like maybe some little doilies. I don't know what I'll price them at yet. I wanna price them fairly to so that I do make some. I usually really underprice. I undercut everybody else on the internet. Ooh, look how pretty that is. And that would be pretty on a page too. Of course, I have to keep some of it for myself because I'm greedy like that. And but this is what I'm going to be working on for a while, is to get these packages ready for the sale. Um, I think we can't call it an auction. I think you're not allowed to do an auction, but you can call it a isn't that pretty? You can call it a something else. I'll have to think of what that word is. I can't think of right now. To make it legal to be able to do it on the yeah. How come I can't think and talk at the same time? Now, where did I put that back? Okay, now let's see. Or I should actually stack them where I have the biggest ones at the bottom and then the little ones. But see, that's what I'll do, is I'm going to package up some packages like this, like in a quart bag. And each one will be different. There won't be anything exactly the same. But I got like a few of these little butterflies, so they might be in, there's just, I've got just a few. Then I got this here lace. That's in here. So I've got a few things. But another thing I want to say today is um, I've been off kilter. So many things going on, and so I've been off kilter. But I want to just tell you about some of my mail. I have to thank people. Now, for one thing, I got this beautiful card from Diane Connor. And I just love this card. It just, does that not make you just smile? I've had it just sitting here ever since she gave it to me. She sent that card to me, but she also sent, where's my book? I think I put my book right back here. Okay, well, usually I always, right away, show any mail. Okay, now I don't see my book, but it's all about how the Great Depression brought everybody together, and I love stuff like that. And so she gave us that book, but then she also had gifts in the box for my granddaughters. The only one I have right here with me right now is this mouse that she made for Aria. This is a needle felted mouse. Can you see those little feet on there? And she got her little bloomers. She's needle felted. Look at her little pink cheeks. She's got this beautiful sweater. She's got a little mouse tail. She is beautiful. That dress is gorgeous. See how that dress and the little sweater, because you never know, little mice get cold sometime. But look how beautiful that is. That is gorgeous. Now she made this for Aria. She made, and I'll have to show it to you later, because Kaya took her doll baby, and Kaya named her doll baby Baby Kaya. So she's Kaya, and her baby doll is called Baby Kaya. And it's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, the detail in it. So you've got that to look forward to because you'll see her beautiful doll baby. And then she made for Zara is the new baby coming. She made a little quilt for Zara. I cannot believe the work that went into that quilt. And so it's in Mama's room. So this stuff is scattered about already. So because I didn't because I didn't do a unboxing like right away because I just haven't been really myself lately. You know what would make this mouse even cuter? If she had a little pair of glasses. I just thought of that. What if I take a little piece of copper wire and make her a little pair of glasses? I just love that mouse. That's beautiful. Okay, so that was Diane Connor. Thank you so much, Diana. And then look here at this postcard. Stay one more day. God bless. And this was sent to me by Debbie Myers. See where Indiana is where she's at. Debbie Myers made that card. And in that beautiful, stay one more day. And so I like that. That's going to go up on my board. And then I got a letter from Rodney. Rodney, I want to thank you so much. It's kind of personal, so I'm not going to read that. But it's amazing. It's just, and he's up there in Rhode Island. And thank you so much, Rodney. And that's beautiful. And but you know, when I get those kind words, it just cheers me. It's like my heart skips a beat or something. I don't know what it is. Okay, and this card comes from Lynn. I enjoy your YouTube content. Some days I laugh, other days I learn something new about crafting and God. Be blessed always, Lynn. Oh, that was Lynn Pierce. And she's near me. She's in St. Augustine, Florida. And St. Augustine is one of the most beautiful places in Florida. If you ever take a vacation to Florida, I mean, it is. I've been to St. Augustine a few times, and I'd rather go to St. Augustine than to go to Disney World. In fact, I've never been to Disney World, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. But St. Augustine is so historical, and it's just beautiful. And I don't know if they still do, but they had a road that they called Old Town that you could only walk through it. You couldn't drive through that one. But but it had all little shops. Like there was a candle making shop, a soap making shop, and a iron workers. There's so much, and it was just like you'd stepped back in time. And that is the kind of stuff I love. Now this one here came from Shay. What does she call herself? Sassy Granny. Sassy Granny Vlogs. Is she she has her channel Sassy Granny Vlog, not frogs. But she made this postcard and wrote me a note on the back of that postcard. And so that one is going to go up on my board. Well, all my postcards. And then Kathy Lake sent me a card. And so that's an Alabama girl. To brighten your day. And yes, when I get a card or a postcard, yes, it brightens my day. And so, but it's beautiful in the card, and it matches, the envelope matches. Thank you, Kathy. I hope I got everybody in here. Because like I say, I've been kind of neglecting my YouTube family, and you are my family so much. And so But this is what I'm doing, though. I'm getting things ready for this sale. I have two ladies that are sending me things that they're donating for this sale. Um, I'm still trying to remember what that word is. I can't think of. I've been doing quite a bit more just doodling, not just doodling. I'm telling you, when you doodle, if you get where your mind is all wrapped around somewhere you don't know where, it's like you're tangled up around the maypole or something, I don't know, then you just have to have some kind of a hobby or something that just just um, settles your mind. And so, because when things go wrong in all families, or things go, there's hiccups and stumbling blocks and in everybody's family. But and some of us, I guess, I take things more serious than most, I guess. I look, instead of, like, Jeffrey's been talking to me lately. He goes, Mina, you just got. They call me Mina. You just got to think positive. Don't think the world's going to come to an end, because it's not. And so I have to think that way, because that's the way it's going to be. But I've got a few things like this. I just started doodling on this one this morning, and that's just doodling. It's you're just doodling. This here, I had drew that cat, but I was copying the cat as it was on teaching children how to draw. And I drew that cat, and I thought, well, that cat looks pretty doggone goofy. And so then I just started um, adding to it. And so, and then, but I've also been watching this one channel, and this artist on that channel puts everything in a circle. But there's more than one channel that doodles in a circle. So, so there is, like, here. Here's a couple. Well, here's another one. Okay, there's a few, I guess, that I've got in the circles that I just started, and I will start and I don't finish. Like, see, there's a circle, and then just a little image in there. I got a lot to do on that one. And this cat's upside down. Prudhoop, now he's not. But see, it's just in a circle. And see, if you look at it, it's just a very simple drawing. You don't have to be an artist. It's just very simple. And so, as you can see, just made the brick wall, and that cat is just, if you just make a number 8 right there and then put ears on it and a tail and color the whole thing black, it's a cat. And then the little branch with leaves and a heart hanging, and then the little moon. Okay, and then this one, I finished this one up, and so, and again, that has the brick wall. That was from the same artist I was watching. And just a porch, and then it's raining, and there's a little plant there, and then the butterfly is a sticker. I added a sticker to that. Stickered a couple of them that I did, and then on the outside I just did those random flowers. I like that. And then here's another one similar with the circle, and I like that circle is to be just, my coloring on the back of the backdrop is really turned out kind of muddy, but it's not that bad. I think what I might do is I might take, let's see, if you can see on this one, I have this stuff right here. It's called Triple Thick, and it's a brilliant brush on gloss glaze. And if you can see the cat, how he looks shiny, that's because I put the glaze there. I put the glaze over these two windows. And when I put the checkerboards on the back, then that was the background. That was the last thing I did. After this whole thing was colored, then I did the checkerboards on the back. But do you see how that circle almost looks like it's under a magnifying glass. When you're coloring your, if you look at that circle on here, right there, you can see where as I colored all the checkerboards in, but on this circle, I made a circle right there, and on the checkerboards inside the circle, I colored them off. So it wasn't, how can I say that? See, like, you can see, like, look at that square. Because that square, part of that square was outside the circle, part of it was inside the circle. So that whole square should have been black if I was doing the whole thing. But I switched the inside to be off. So you can see on this square, the outside of that square is red, the inside is black. And each one you'll see that that's that way because I switched it. And then when you put that glaze over it, then it looks like it's a magnifying glass. And you don't even have to have that glaze. If you have any kind of glue, Elmer's glue, any kind of glue that dries clear, you can use that too to put that kind of glue on there. And then this one's not completely dry. I put it on there last night. It's still kind of foggy right in the middle because it's not quite dry. And so, but you can do that, and see, I'm thinking I might do that on these hearts to make the hearts just stand out, and that'll make a whole big difference on that image. And then this image, I got a lot of coloring to do on this one, but again, it's in a circle. And so, and there is, I'm getting all these ideas, or basic ideas, from people that I see on different YouTubes. I don't take credit from other people. If other people inspire me, I don't keep up with their names because there's so many I watch. But if you just put in doodle ideas or something in the search, you will come up with so many. And then this one here, there's a lot of people that doodle on watercolor. Like they'll have a watercolor first and then doodle over the watercolor. And this one I didn't do the watercolor stuff on the back, but I did the rest of it. But I took this piece of a page. I'm looking for the rest of the piece of the page. Oh, here it is. Out of a reverse coloring book, reverse coloring. And see, it did fit right in here, see? But I cut it off to the same size as my cards. And I still have this piece that I can use. But when you look at those reverse coloring books, there is beautiful, beautiful colors already that you can take and do the reverse coloring, because that's exactly what you do with the reverse coloring is this kind of thing. And so, and there I added a little butterfly sticker on there too. And then here's one I put the glaze on that whole center part. And so that's kind of shiny. That's different. And then I got some that I got to finish coloring. Then this one I thought turned out really cool too. So I just put these flowers at the bottom, and then just a field of leaves and such on the top. Just doodling. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. I started another cups. This was another one of the pages out of the reverse coloring book, or part of a page. And that, it's just so much fun. Here's another circle. And on this one, I made like a ladder going up to the moon. Joy, love, peace, faith, care, dream, believe, and inspire. I put words on the steps. This one I think is the one I showed on my last video, probably, that I did, showed how I did this. And then on this side here, then I just put a little tree there. I love making them trees. That's fun. And then this one here is another page that came from the reverse coloring book. I'm going to do more on this one, I think. I don't think I'm finished with this one yet. But yes, so I do believe I might have, I am going to have some of these out for, they're going to be, some of them, only because it was suggested by one of my supervisors. You guys are my supervisors now. My one of my, oh goodness, one of my subscribers. She said, you need to make like a bundle of them and have them on the sale so we can bid on them. I thought, well, yeah, like this one. So I may just go ahead and do that. Look at them flowers. See, those turned out pretty. I just have the I'm just stacked up with so many things that I just don't know when to quit, and I think I will quit when I just get tired of doing it, and I'm not tired of doing anything right now. So let's see, was there anything else that was important to say? I have only important things to say, but I just basically wanted to thank you all who have sent beautiful cards and letters, and oh my goodness, and then a couple of you have sent cards to Jennifer, and Jennifer just gets, that just blows her away. That just, well, it doesn't blow her away, of course, but she goes, why, she goes, there's people in this world that you just don't meet every day, and they're beautiful, beautiful people. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on getting some of these packages together, and then I might just put a set price on these little things too. And but hopefully for, it's like, yeah, it's hard to do it. It's hard to ask you all for help, but yeah, I'm asking you all for help. But I want to have something for you as a thank you. That's pretty much what it is. And so yeah, I'm gonna get things together. I got many pieces here that I'm gonna put together and make up my little packages. I also have, well, they'll be just fun. There'll probably be more than this in here. I might decide to add some ribbons too, but we'll see what we do. Okay, so anyhow, I'm gonna read you. Um, this morning on my Facebook, I seen a post from Cindy Utter, who sent me this, and she had been having some troubles with her foot. She's had surgery a couple times on her foot, so she's now healing. But she's the one that sent me this book years ago. I wish I'd have put, I could oh my goodness. Look at me and Papa. Can you see that? That's me and Papa. That was a long time ago. I was just in this book. Just see they were there. And Papa's sitting over there minding his own business. You know what I got us in here? I bought us a little tiny freezer. Do you know that they make freezers that is 1.1, I think, cubic feet? It's just small. It's sitting over there on the, let me see. You see it over there? That's our freezer. And you know what we got in there? Ice cream. Oh, wait, Papa's opening the door. See there? You see that ice cream? And then there's breakfast sandwiches for Papa, and then ice cream. You see that Ben and Jerry's in there? Yeah, we ate some of our Ben and Jerry's last night, and we'll eat some more of it tonight. 7 o'clock is ice cream time. But I'm making this room here into our little love nest. It's our little love nest. And so, and I'm trying to, like, we close the door at 7. So from 7 till we go to sleep that's our time in here now. And if we want to have a little nighttime snack or something, we have it in here. But I got a little refrigerator in here too, and it's got a little freezer at the top. But you just can't put anything in there, and it'll stay frozen. And so I got the little apartment size refrigerator over there, the little freezer right here. We've got a microwave. I got my bread maker. Got a toaster and a little bitty slow cooker. I mean, we could have life in here just perfectly. But of course, we don't. We all sat out yesterday and watched a movie. What did we watch, Papa? Do you remember? It was it was about Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. We watch children's movies and we like it. We like it. We got our favorites. I'm going to just read a little bit of You Are Stronger Than You Know here. And let's see. I'm going to read this one. It says, now, and many of us are are dealing with um, living with a chronic illness, living with any kind of illness. You know, just living with age. It's amazing. But
being 80 sucks.
No, it doesn't suck, honey. You live in the life of Riley over there.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, you could say it sucks if you want to, but it does, Riley. And so it's really good. Aging is really good because you don't have to have an alarm clock. That's why. Okay, what you are doing takes courage. Courage is the feeling that you can make it no matter how challenging the situation. It is knowing that you can reach out for help and you are not alone. Courage is accepting each day, knowing that you have the inner resources to deal with the ordinary things as well as the confusing things, with the exciting things as well as the painful things. Courage is taking the time to get involved with life, family, and friends, and giving your love and energy in whatever ways you can. Courage is being who you are, being aware of your good qualities and talents, and not worrying about what you do not have. Courage is allowing yourself to live as fully as you can, to experience as much of life as you are able to grow and develop yourself in whatever directions you need to. Courage is having hope for the future and trust in the natural flow of life. It is being open to change. Courage is having faith that life is a beautiful gift. And that was written by Donna Levine Small. That's very good. I like that one a lot. And that is truth. I had a day, one day last week, I guess I was just down in the dumps. And I couldn't think of any good reason for me to even be on this earth. I thought, here I am, I'm just eating people's food and I'm taking up people's time and I have nothing to offer. I was just in one of those. I don't really believe that stuff. I was just in that mode right then. And then, although nothing was bad. I mean, nothing. I mean, it was. I just. But that's the day I got this. Stay one more day. Not that I was planning not to stay one more day, but sometimes when you hear that, it's just perfect. So anyhow, you are stronger than you know, and keep that always in mind. And this here book is just, this book is amazing. I have just got the weirdest bookmarks in here. Lots of them. Oh, there's some more of them. Oh, there's some more of those. You get them from people. They send you these self-addressed. Never mind. Okay, I ask God to watch over each and every one of you, every step you take, every move you make, and keep you safe and secure, keep you sweet as you are, of course, already, keep you happy, healthy, and humble, and free from any harm. And, Papa, you have anything? What do you have to say?
Stay safe.
Say, okay, Papa wants you to stay safe, and, we know you will. Okay, God bless you all, and I will see you on the next video, and hopefully it's not too far away. I gotta just keep myself going here. Okay, I love you bunches, and we'll see you again. See you again.